The Alchemix Newsletter drop.
Woo! Yeah, baby!
2022, the year of growth, issue number 6, January 25th. Alchemix dropped their 6th edition of the newsletter. I love the cover. Got the guy from the commercial that we'll go over in a minute. Their cinematic ad bits that they did. Alchemix is gonna make it. APY.finance, Curve, ALUSD pool, governance updates, Who's Afraid of Ghosts, Scoopy Trooples on Goodwill Yunting, the self-repaying ring, ALUSD pair reactor launch, all tons and tons of good stuff in here. Editorial was written by Dix. Shout out to Dix for all the writing that Dix and Overqualified do. Make the newsletter work. Welcome to 2022, the year of growth for Alchemix. It's been a little over a month since the previous edition of the Alchemix Journal, so this issue is packed with news and updates. Up front is the launch of the Alchemix cinematic ad and behind the scenes trailer. Also featured this month is an article from Overqualified, who provides insight into some of the less obvious advantages of using Alchemix as a continuous loan provider. Excited users continue to drop by the Alchemix Discord to ask when V2. More recently, this has turned into when L2 sidechains. Rest assured that the devs are hard at work doing something and are looking forward to making an announcement in due course. Until then, take a look at the media and community section of this issue for hints on possible first sidechain candidates. Finally, a quick note regarding the recent volatility in the markets. There's been a significant attention given to forced liquidations, which can trigger further instability and liquidations through cascading. The impact on individuals who are impacted by this can be devastating. Alchemix is intended to be a product that protects against this instability by mitigating the risk of being liquidated. See this video on the refresher and how it works, and stay safe out there. We'll put a link down to the newsletter obviously below, and you can check all that out. Alchemix protocol stats, an update. There's just shy of $1 billion locked in Alchemix. That's not because of removal of assets, that's because ETH has gone down so much in value. The DAI Vault still has over $339 million in there, and it's currently getting an APY of 7.779%. Juicy. Much better than a savings account. The ETH Vault still holds 99,000 Ethereum in there, $244 million in Ether, and has an APY of 4.5%, just over 4.5%. Protocol owned liquidity from bonding is at 8.8 million. We're almost at 9 million of protocol bonded liquidity. This is very important for the protocol to own its own liquidity pools, and I'm happy to see this number growing as quickly as it is. It's very important for the protocol to own their own liquidity and stop the inflation of the ALCX token that is being mined by mercenary liquidity providers and renting liquidity. So it's great to see that number go up. Twitter followers, 60,000. Discord members, 11,000. And look at this, news and announcements. They recently revealed an ad, a cinematic ad that Alchemix was working on. Let's watch this.
So, you've got some money, but how are you going to use it? You want to spend
Now, bro.
when you know you should be saving.
You'll never buy a house at this rate.
But what if you could spend and save at the same time? For the enlightened kind, with inquiring minds, a new world awaits. Set yourself free with completely flexible, self-repaying loan technology. Supported on desktop and mobile, seize the power of Alchemix, allowing you to spend and save at the same time. Leverage your wealth without risk of liquidation. Take out a loan that repays itself. What was once inconceivable is now within your grasp.
Are you winning, son?
Are you winning, son? It's a great ad. I really like that ad. It was really well done. The cinematics are freaking amazing. It explains the point of how you can borrow against your assets without fear of liquidation, and go and spend your money if you want. I thought that was really well done by Snape and the team over at Alchemix. That was a great ad. The ALUSD pair reactor launched. TokenMac is launched, and this is important. An ALUSD pair reactor. The reactor will now allow ALUSD to be staked in return for token rewards. ALUSD stakers are credited with TALUSD tokens for use as a DeFi Lego. Toke stakers in return can vote on the ALUSD reactor in order to direct its liquidity in return for more toke. Read more about the toke reactors and pair reactors in TokenMac's article, The Balancing Act. really like Token Mac, we made a video about it. You can check out our Token Mac video as well, as I believe reading this balancing act article is a great way to understand what's going on. Alchemix is gonna make it. This is another great one, just bangers after bangers after bangers. The Index Coop, in collaboration with Bankless DAO, has launched the DeFi Growth Index, GMI. The GMI token consists of the top growth-focused protocols in the DeFi ecosystem. The Alchemix ALCX token has been included in the index with an allocation of 9.1%. It's almost 10% of the whole index. This is huge. It is a huge part of this index token. This is really big for ALCX. It shows that there's a lot of confidence from the Bankless DAO in Alchemix. I think it's very positive. I don't hold any GMI token just because I hold Alchemix and some of the tokens that are a part of it individually. APY.finance integrates the Curve ALUSD pool. DeFi protocol APY Finance has added the Curve ALUSD pool as a yield source. Both new and existing depositors in APY Finance now have automatic exposure to the pool, helping to boost ALUSD liquidity in the process. Let's go, APY Finance really helping with liquidity there and people getting access to the yield there. Overqualified wrote an amazing article, flipping your perspective on Alchemix loans part 1. I think everybody should read this. We should put a direct link down below to this article. Overqualified goes over how it's better to use Alchemix versus some of the other loan providers that allow you to borrow a higher debt to loan ratio, and why that can be harmful, and why using Alchemix, even if not getting liquidated, can still be better in the long run. Community and media, Scoopy Triples on Goodwill Yunting. I definitely suggest everybody check out the Goodwill Yunting podcast. They're an amazing group. And the episode with Scoopy has a lot of great information on the DAO and governance and what's coming with V2. I think everybody should take a listen to the Goodwill Yunting podcast that's in the newsletter. And there's a nice little behind the scenes video here of how that cinematic ad was made, how much work that went into making the Alchemix cinematic ad. And look at this giant warehouse that they had to rent out to build this theater and build the bedroom and all the different parts of the scene. See all the props they had. All the different shots, the professional camera equipment. I mean, they put a lot of money and time into that cinematic ad, and it really shows. I'm sure there's a lot more footage like that you didn't see in the ad, so I'm sure there's a lot more footage to come in the future from all the shooting they did during that time. Even the little trailer for the behind the scenes there is pretty sweet. A self-prepaying ring. Kieran, congratulations to Kieran and his fiance for getting engaged. This is an awesome story out of Alchemix. Kieran announced that he used Alchemix self-repaying loans to fund his engagement ring to his fiance. That's pretty awesome. Congratulations to the couple. That's pretty sweet that he bought a self-repaying loan. He didn't technically really spend any cash. Well done, sir. Well done. PLV on the menu in 2022. Alchemix contributor Overqualify outlines some of the key benefits of Alchemix V2 and how it might help Alchemix to increase its TLV. I really think following Overqualified on some of the governance proposals he's put up in Alchemix is a great way to understand what's going on in DeFi 2.0 and around just in general the DeFi community. He's putting together some bangers out there. Happy to see him join the team of Alchemix. Welcome home. Early ALCX holder OX7D54 has posted a Twitter thread outlining the reason for returning the Alchemix community, taking on a new position. OX7D54 just executed another long-term DeFi protocol investment, 10,000 ALCX, 1.1% of all circulating supply. That's a huge bet on Alchemix. Welcome back. You can read the thread on why. And then what is Scoopy trying to say here? Speaking about layer 2s or side chains, hint, hint, wink, wink, people. He's a fan of ghosts, you know? Show me your top 10 projects that are on Phantom. That one's a little more direct. But he's looking into Phantom. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Go over all the governance proposals. EIP 33, Premium Finance and Options, that passed. EIP 32 and the Toke Wars. Community member Dixie proposed the emissions adjustment to facilitate harvesting and addition of Toke rewards to TokeMac. I really like the proposal. Dixon Overqualified and Watluke are some great contributors to the newsletter. I really appreciate everything they're doing for not only the newsletter, but Alchemix. I've learned a lot from talking to Dix and making the TokeMac video we did, as well as listening to Overqualified on their governance proposals. So I really appreciate it. That's all we got for the newsletter. If you really liked it, please comment down below. Thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button. Peace.